Hi, I'm DC, and if I was stuck between Peem and Co, like Jira was last week, I would have went with Peem, not because I want to go to Peem, but just to spite Co. Because look, what you're not going to do is give me an ultimatum. Because if you give me an ultimatum, I'm gonna be just as toxic as you, and then I'll come back to you.
Hi, I'm Topher, and if I were stuck between Peem and Co like Jira was, I would choose to pull them in closer, because like what the fuck kind of sandwich has like 2 feet of space between the bread and the meat? Like, no, babies. So, come on. A trip to Paris with Eiffel, yes. And then I would leave because they're both awful.
Oh, but you would have to choose which way to face.
Who doesn't love a reversible Eiffel Tower? What do you team verse in this house?
All right. You know what? Never mind. Hi, I'm Edison, and if I had to pick between Co and Jira, I'd pick Co because I'm a pathetic twink who needs validation and money.
And an artist.
Oh, and an artist. That's true.
All right, I need my face. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome again back to this corner of YouTube that we call Femmes React with Topher from Topher Reacts. Today, we're going to look at episode 7, more of the Burnout Syndrome. But before we get into that, the story so far, there came a point where a decision had to be made. Though he was very influenced and coerced in his decision, so it really wasn't his own making a decision. Jiro was already kind of like leaning towards Co before that happened, and if Co wouldn't have done that and he would have just been like quiet or whatever, I think that Jira would have went eventually to him. But as usual, if men just shut the fuck up and don't do anything, they would be able to get like everything. No. It was a very interesting, like, pinnacle episode. What do you think about the story so far, Topher?
That last episode was starting to give me the base level of messiness that I was hoping would come from this series, because like this series is not one that I'm watching for ooh la la sensations and the romance of it all and oh my god they are so I don't care if anybody ends up together in this series. That's not why I'm here. I'm here for the toxicity, the mess of it all, and it was the start. They gave me the first little twinklings of that, and now I need them to follow through. I need them not to chicken out. I need them to follow through and keep this train a-going. You can write whatever happy ending you need to write to make OffGun fans happy for the final episode. I don't care. But right now, these next couple episodes, I need this train to keep it going and keep it being a little bit messy. But yeah, Jira was presented with a choice. And like you said, he had his instincts that were leaning towards Co even before the choice was being made. But now that Co opened up his mouth and fucked shit up and then also started planting ideas in his head where like, you know, your art kind of sucks and nobody wants to buy your remember, I'm the only person who wants to buy your shitty shit art, you shit-faced art, shit artist person. So just remember that. And I'm like, well, okay, we can emotionally, you know, cripple the twink and force him to stay. That's a method too, I suppose.
This is why people want, what type of man do they want? The strong, silent type. Like silent, that part. Yes. Don't say anything.
Silence is golden. So yeah, he made, I mean, I guess he didn't make a choice. He just kind of sat there looking like an endangered twink, and the choice was inferred, and Co or Peem went off. But yeah, now we have to deal with the after effects of that and see where things go. So I'm just sat and ready. That's all. Yeah, nipples are still in the same place they were last week.
Any expectations for going forward, especially we're going in the slope down? Because we did have like Co was wearing like clothes for some reason.
Cole was bizarrely clothed for an alarming amount of this episode. Like, I think he didn't take his shirt off for the first time until like 40 minutes in. I'm like, my God, that is why the nipples were so low last episode. Like, they're not an all-time low, but like we're on a steady decline from like episode 3. And I feel like going into these last couple episodes, there's a 50-50 chance about, whether or not they will increase or decrease. But it feels like as the story is starting to story, as we're starting to get further into the story, we're moving further away from the nipples. So only time will tell.
Well, how close are we going to approach 0?
I hope not. I hope not at all. You never know. We haven't reached a 0 nipple yet in the series. So I don't think that is on the horizon. I feel like there's always going to be a twink painting a shirtless twink in some way, shape, or form. But
if we approach 0, we'll just have Edison just like rip out his nipples, so that way you can at least get to.
Yes, I would appreciate that. Thank you for your service, Edison.
I did not.
Okay, so now to Edison.
Thank you for 100% consenting.
I think I'm trying to decipher if Cole enacted the way his plan because he was already having feelings that he wasn't aware of. Because is there some jealousy underlying what he did? He was strangely possessive, and maybe it was coming out from a place of hurt and betrayal and envy that these two were meeting and lying to him, and he thought his art sessions were special and intimate. And so I can't help but think maybe part of that is the disconnect, that he thinks he's doing these things purely because of the secrecy, but it really is because of the jealousy. I don't know, like, I hope they really clarify when the romance is actually happening and when it's actually starting. A lot of people are sympathetic to Cole, but we'll see. We'll see what other treacherous things he can do, if it'll get worse.
Treacherous.
So are you saying you are not one of the people sympathetic to Cole?
Oh yeah, I am, but like it's difficult because obviously Jira is feeling the brunt of a lot of things, So I think the whole point is that you can tell that it's the pressures of the system and the pressures of how they grew up that's formed how they're lashing out. And in that sort of lens, I take a more kind of like human behavior is a result of the environment type of approach, and it's hard to kind of blame an individual in a vacuum. So that's how I approach it.
And finally, just for those people who are following along with my scholarly attempt so far, and this is one of the things I realized with Burnout Syndrome and how this show is using it, is very much going back to what I originally said in the first episode, and when I began, quoting Operandi, who was just basically says, well, subaltern, my words, not his, subaltern have a chance to, they normally appropriate the materials of modernity differently, that is to establish their own vernacular. So it makes burnout, or the concept of burnout, very legible to them, and where from us it may not make that much sense, or is it illegible because we're not based in our culture, but they've used it in a different way and stuff like that. So not all of the original, like I originally said, not all the original tools that I have to measure burnout are good. But I wanted to make that note right there. Also, I noticed that in the last episode, Jira denied Ko his use of his emotional labor during that. And I didn't know if that was more of a protest because of in this situation, because of the way he felt the last time, or what that was. Is that a beginning of him pushing back as he tried to push back, but he unsuccessfully pushed back because at the end of the episode, it looked like he went towards Ko.
โดยมิได้มีเจตนาชี้นำหรือส่งเสริมการกระทำใดๆที่เกิดขึ้นในเรื่องโปรดใช้วิจารณญาณในการรับชม
do any of the behavior in the show.
เอาจริงๆนะ
It's not promoted.
กูแอบเฟลว่ะ
กูว่า
I mean, you can do it, but it's just don't blame us.
I'm gonna be Jira. I'm gonna get paid for my art.
มีอารมณ์เหรอครับ
มึงเรียกกูมา
I love that
มี
for
อะไร
you.
เลิกตอแหลกันได้นะเลิกคุยกันซะถ้าทำไม่ได้ก็ลาออก
I'm gonna be rich and never wears
นี่ไม่เป็น
clothes.
แทนของกู
ใช่
You're halfway
จะ
there.
รักมึงจริง
I like that for you.
Thank you.
Oh, we got different flowers. Are these the?
I'm gonna be team bisexual
And long and lean.
and long and lean. I have started cutting earlier. So.
We love that for you.
These are the irises. I wonder if the flower symbology is consistent throughout the openings.
I don't know. We'll have to go back and watch all the openings now.
Oh no.
No.
Did someone do that for us in the comments? Please let us know about flowers. They were and what they mean.
You're gonna notice the nipples. I keep going for the buttons. Only thing I see are nipples.
ฮัลโหลครับคุณก่อ
จีระกำลังลงไปรบกวนพ่อบ้านเรียกรถให้เขาด้วยนะครับ
ครับได้ครับ คุณจิราครับ คุณก่อให้เรียกรถให้แล้ว ยังไงกรุณารอสักครู่นะครับ
ไม่รบกวนดีกว่าครับ
คุณจิราครับ ถ้าคุณไม่ขึ้นรถไปแล้วก็ ผมมีปัญหาแน่ๆครับ
โอเคครับ ได้
Damn, even Alfred afraid of cold.
งั้นผมจะรอตรงนี้นะครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
The Bachelor.
That's messed up because like Jira was like, I don't want to get you in trouble. Like I don't want the guy, but you're gonna get in trouble. Huh?
เขาโทรมาตั้งหลายสายแล้วอะทำไมมึงไม่รับวะ
กูไม่รับอะ
เมาทีไรลำบากกูตลอดอะ
อะไร กูเมาหรือกูขึ้นไปนอนเองอะมึงเงียบๆไปเถอะ
เอาจริงนะเว้ยกูว่ามึงรับเขาว่ะบางทีเขาอาจจะมีเรื่องสำคัญเนี่ย อยากจะอธิบายให้มึงฟังก็ได้
If you don't like it, you pick up the phone.
มีอะไร
ฮัลโหล ถึงบ้านแล้วเหรอ
ถึงแล้ว เมา มึงมีอะไรมึงรีบพูดมาดิ
คือวันเนี้ยกูขอโทษนะที่ กูไม่พูดความจริงกับมึงอะ
ความจริงอะไร ความจริงที่ว่ามึงโกหกกูเพื่ออยู่ไอ้ก่อเหรอโหเรื่องนั้นช่างแม่งเหอะ
มันไม่ใช่แบบที่มึงคิดเลยนะ ทุกอย่างอะมันเป็นแผนของไอ้ก่อ กูโดนมันบังคับ
บังคับอะมันบังคับอะไร ไหนมึงตอบดิ
He made me fall in love with him.
ก็ถ้ามึงตอบอะไรไม่ได้อะแสดงว่ามันไม่ได้บังคับมึงเว้ย แล้วถ้ากูไปช้ากว่านี้ป่านนี้พวกมึงไปถึงไหนกันแล้วฮะ
Oh. No, I was just drawing.
มึงตอบ
No, by the way,
ไม่
they
ได้
did
ใช่ไหม
kiss.
งั้นก็แค่นี้นะ กูยุ่งอยู่
ไม่อย่าเพิ่งว่ากูแคร์มึงไง ที่กูโทรหามึงอะเพราะว่ากูแคร์มึง
Yes, I care about you like a brother.
เป็นไงบ้าง
กูไม่โอเคไง
แล้วกูต้องทำยังไงมึงถึงจะโอเคอะกูยอมทำทุกอย่างเลยอะ
Leave
งั้น
him.
มึงก็ตอบกูตามตรง ตอบความจริงอะสรุปมึงกับไอ้ก่อยังไง มึงชอบมันเหรอ
กูไม่ชอบ
กูเกลียดมัน
Love
My
and
body
hate.
just wants him so much.
งั้นก็แค่นี้แหละ
It's not me. It's not my mind. It's my
เฮ้
body.
ยอะไรแม่งไม่เป็นดังใจสักอย่างเลยวะใจเย็นเว้ยมึงไอสัตว์มึงว่า
At least you got a cool tattoo out of it.
กูอยากให้เขาลาออกตามกูอ่ะ
เอ้าเฮียดิ
I like
เขามีงาน
tattoos.
ทำอยู่ดีอ่ะมึงจะให้เขาลาออกทำไม
เอ้าไอสันขวานนี่
I don't have a tattoo, but I like tattoos on other people.
มึงไงกูเห็นมึงทรมานเป็นสต็อกโฮล์มซินโดรมอ่ะแต่กับเพื่อนมึงอาจจะไม่ได้เป็นก็ได้
ไอสัตว์คือแม่งก็เป็นเว้ยแม่งเลยไม่กล้าลาออกไงแล้วทีนี้กูต้องทำยังไงวะกับคนที่เป็นสต็อกโฮล์มซินโดรมเหมือนกู ให้เจอทางออก
คือปกติอ่ะอาการสต็อกโฮล์มซินโดรมมันอ่อนอ่ะในที่ทำงานมันมักเกิดขึ้นได้อยู่แล้วเว้ยพนักงานเนี่ย
I keep using that word. I don't think that word means what I think you think it means.
ไม่ว่าหัวหน้าจะโหดเหี้ยมแค่ไหนนะเว้ยพนักงานเนี่ยก็จะเห็นใจเขา
That's
ซึ่งแต่ก่อนเนี่ย
But it's what you said at the start. It's what was that
It's
person?
like-
เนี่ย
it's
ก็เลยต้อง
like
ถามกลับไง
you're at
ว่า
work.
ทำไมถึงเป็นอย่างนี้
You can't
เสียลา
pay.
ออกได้
I have Stockholm syndrome with my
ต
boss.
อนนั้นกูแค่กูแค่อยากอยู่กับจิระสองคน กูไม่อยากให้เฮี้ยก่อมายุ่งเฮี้ยอะไรอีกแล้วแค่นั้นเอง
I got bad news for you.
ชัดเลย
ชัดเลย
ก็มันแปลว่ามึงเอาคุณค่าของตัวเองเนี่ยไปผูกกับอาจิระแล้วไง
ฮะ
มึงก็เลยไม่แคร์ก่อมัน ความรักอ่ะมันรุนแรงมากพอ จนพามึงก้าวข้ามผ่านกรงขังจิตวิทยาไปแล้ว
What is this roommate? Why is he psychoanalyzing me?
แต่ข่าวร้ายก็คือมึงจะยอมรับได้
Badly psychoanalyzed.
But he's doing it.
ก็เมื่อมึงผูกกับเขา
I hate that.
ถ้าเขาไม่ผูกกับมึง
I hate that like psychobabble has permeated to the masses and they use it incorrectly.
Show me a way out. Give me your
Oh,
side.
Come on, soundtrack.
Throw me a rope in. I've drifted way too far. I see
Toyota.
behind those
I miss my Toyota.
I see sometimes behind those kind eyes.
You know, it's all have been like, oh my goodness.
The 2 cartoon pains already.
And a nip.
And a set of nipples.
I was about to say it's all been headshots of him.
Yes. Thank you, Cole.
I've been spending all my days just trying to fall away.
I love that shot.
Seems all over.
มึงถามกูว่ากูคิดยังไงกับเรื่องนี้เหรอ กูว่ามึงก็
What?
แรดร่านดอกทองอยู่นะ
Ooh.
What?
สับล่างเหรอมึงอะ
ก็กูทำตามอารมณ์อะดูท่าทางพิมพ์มันจะโกรธกูมากเลยอะตอนนี้แม่งยังไม่รับสายกูเลยเนี่ยทำไงดีวะ
เป็นกูก็โกรธค่ะ แต่ถ้าเขา
I
ไม่รับ
like his
สาย
caprice.
งั้นมึงก็บุกไปหาเขาเลยสิ
ให้กูไปหาถึงคอนโดเนี่ยนะ
อืม
แล้วถ้ามันไม่ลงมากูว่าเกลอะดิ
งั้น ให้กูโทรไปหาเพื่อนเขาไหมที่ชื่อมาวินอะมันมาแคสงานอยู่ เดี๋ยวกูโทรให้เลย
But didn't you encourage me to get with Cole?
โอ้โห นี่มึงถึงขั้นต้องเอาไม้ตัวเองไปเหรอวะฮะ
ไม้ที่นู่นแม่งไม่ฟินวะไปยัง
เฮ้ยมึงแป๊บนึงนะแคสติ้งโทรมาว่ะ
Oh.
ฮัลโหลครับ
ฮัลโหลค่ะ คุณมาวินใช่ไหมคะ นี่อิงนะคะที่ทำแคสติ้งอะค่ะ
เฮ้ยนี่โทรมาเนี่ย คือผมได้คอลแบ็กแล้วเหรอครับ
อ๋อ ยังค่ะ พอดีว่ามีเรื่องสลดตัว
Like, no, you
suck.
failed the audition,
เพื่
but
อนของอิงเขาอยากเคลียร์ใจกับคุณพีม คุณมาวินพอจะช่วยได้ไหมคะ พอดีคุณพิมพ์เขาไม่รับสายเลยอะ
He's playing with his bat. Sorry, Dad. He's a bit busy.
อะไรวะ
เฮ้ยมึง คือเพื่อนจีรักเขาอยากคุยกับมึงวะ
บอกไปกูไม่คุย
ฮัลโหลครับ
นัดสถานที่มาก็ได้นะคะ เดี๋ยวให้เขาไปเคลียร์กันส่วนตัวก็ได้นะคะรบกวนคุณมาวินช่วยหน่อยนะคะ
Give me the job.
อิงจะ
Give me
ช่วย
the casting
ดัน
job.
โปรไฟล์คุณมาวินเต็มที่เลยค่ะ
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I mean, that's the business.
ผมต้องขอโทษด้วยนะครับ คือพอดีว่าผมจะออกไปเที่ยวกับเพื่อนพอดีนะครับ แล้วก็ผมเนี่ยไม่อยากจะทรยศมันนะครับ
งั้นไม่เป็นไรค่ะ
What?
ขอบคุณนะคะ
ครับผม
Shit, threw
Yes.
around the
My
bus.
friend and I go into the rage room on the corner of 5th and 17th. I don't want to betray him.
I would never betray him.
Room
And we're
3.
going there by foot. And we'll be there in 45 minutes. Dropping a pin in my location.
ได้โลเคชั่นมาแล้ว มึงรีบเรียกมอเตอร์ไซค์ไปเลย เขากำลังจะไปกัน
พี่สวัสดีครับโอ้โหไม่เจอซะนานชีวิตไม่ได้เจอแล้วเนี่ย พอดีผมไปเจอวิธีระบายอารมณ์แบบใหม่มาครับ แต่นี่ไงผมกลับมาแล้วครับ เดี๋ยวมาวิน วันนี้มึงจะเอาแพ็คไหน
งั้นเอา500เหมือนเดิมไปละครึ่งชั่วโมง จะได้20ชิ้นนะ
Half an hour and 20
แต่
pieces.
กูอยากให้มันสุดกว่านี้ว่าวันเนี้ย
งั้นมึงจะเอา1,050 ชิ้นไหมล่ะแต่แรงมึงจะไหวเหรอวะ
แต่กูอัดอั้นมาทั้งเดือนแล้วอะ
Hands up. Oh.
2,000
Oh, not the 2,000 baht thing, girl. He pent up for
บอก
real.
ราคาให้สนุก
Pent up.
ครับ
I'm shoot. If that's the case, then I got like 10,000 baht.
Yes. Nipples.
Nipple in the mirror, nipple up
Nipples.
front. Okay.
What a wonderful episode. Hey, tall twin.
Is there a short twin? Are they not the same height?
I feel like one might be slightly taller, but they're both tall twin to me.
Okay.
Because they're both like 7 foot
ส
tall.
วัสดีครับเพิ่งมาครั้งแรกเหรอครับ
ใช่ครับ
เรียกแพ็กเกจได้เลยครับ
พอดีตามเพื่อนมาที่ชื่อพิมพ์
อ๋อเพื่อนพิมพ์อยู่ข้างในเลยครับ เข้าไปได้เลย
That dude looks like he works out. The guy at the counter.
Yes, he does.
เฮ้ย กูเปล่าเว้ย
I swear it wasn't me. I don't know how he got here.
How does he know where
What?
I
I
am?
haven't even said anything. You giving yourself away?
งั้นสองคนก็เคลียร์ไปก่อนนะ
Well, I'm gonna go
I'm gonna
spend
go get
my
some
bot.
things.
I've already dressed up like a Ghostbuster, so I'm gonna go spend my bot.
Yeah, busting makes me feel good. That can mean two things.
มึงมาทำไม มึงรู้ได้ไงว่ากูอยู่ที่นี่
Here to bust
รู้
up
ใจ
stuff.
มึงไง ตอนนี้บาร์ก็ยังไม่เปิด ก็คงมีแค่ที่นี่แหละ
อย่าทำเป็นรู้ดีได้ปะ
กูต้องทำยังไงอะมึงถึงจะคุยกับกูดี
ก็ลาออกไง
ๆ มึงพูดง่ายเนาะ
ก็ง่ายๆแค่นั้นอะ
I mean, quitting your job is easy. Life after having no money is
กูขอถามมึงตรงๆนะ สมมติว่าถ้ากูลาออกมาเนี่ย มึงรับประกันได้ไหมว่ากูจะไม่เป็นไร
Can you guarantee you'll be fine if you don't quit
มึง
your
ก็รู้
job?
นี่ ว่ากูมีปัญหาเรื่องเงินมาตลอด
steady
กู
paycheck.
ไม่มีแผนสำรอง
But the emotional
กูเหนื่อยที่
abuse.
จะต้องดิ้นรน กูอยากให้มึงเข้าใจ
As much as everybody else working in the capitalist system.
ที่ผ่านมา
Yeah.
มึงก็มั่นคงมาตลอด ถ้ามึงออกมา มึงก็อยู่ได้เป็นปีๆ มึงไม่เข้าใจหรอกว่าคนเขาตกงานเขาเป็นยังไงกันนะแต่กับกูไม่อยากกลับไปเป็นแบบนั้นอีกแล้ว
But is it that you can't find a job, or is it that you're refusing to take jobs that are out there because they're not artistically fulfilling?
ไม่ใช่อย่างนั้น
True.
ที่กูไม่ลาออกเนี่ย
McDonald's always hiring.
ไม่มีเหตุผลอื่น ไม่งั้นกูไม่มาอยู่ตรงนี้ เพื่อมาอธิบายให้มึงฟังหรอกนี่มึงหายโกรธกูแล้วใช่ไหม
Hits him in the head with a bat. No, okay.
This ain't my stand-in. My gosh.
But it could be.
Right.
You're not wearing the right
There are
clothing.
jumpsuits. There are jumpsuits for a reason.
Don't just like sit there. Don't be a mannequin. Don't be. Watch out. Beckham got the metal chair right there. Hit it with the metal chair like you're a wrestler.
It's a cage match.
Pedigree him.
นี่มึงแค้นกูขนาดนี้เลยเหรอ
ดิที่โคตรแค้นเลย มึงไม่ทำให้กูดูโง่มึงรู้ปะกูเกิดมากูไม่เคยยอมใครขนาดนี้มาก่อนอ่ะ มึงรู้ไหมตอนกูเด็กอ่ะ กูเพชรยอดมงกุฎคณิตนะ
What
เว้
does
ย
it have to do with this?
Okay.
ไอ้เทควีคที่ลิสบอนไปมา5 ปีติดคนเดียว
Damn. This is an ego thing.
Mm-hmm. You know who I am.
มึงไม่โคตรใจดำมึงรู้ตัวปะไม่โคตรใจดำ
What did I do?
มึงก็รู้ว่ากูตัดใจมึงไม่ลงอ่ะ
I don't know that.
แต่สุดท้ายมึงทิ้งกูแน่ๆ
What?
แล้วมึงวนมาหากูซ้ำๆทำไมวะ ฮะ มึงสนุกมากเหรอ มึงเล่นกับใจกูมึงสนุกมากเหรอ
I mean, these are valid
มึงเล่นมา
questions.
ตั้งนานอ่ะ
Right.
มึงเข้าใจกูหน่อยดิ
I wish you were asking without this baseball bat in your hand, but these are valid questions.
Yeah, but in his defense, and I'm like, but also in his defense, he's like, I'm going to this rage room for a reason, to be not be around you, to not do this.
You
Why
are
you
interrupting my
following?
rage.
รู้
Right.
ไหมมองหน้ากูนี่มอง
My goodness, Joyce.
Daddy.
ไม่ถามซ้ำๆอ่ะทำไมวะทำไมเราไม่ได้ก่อวะ
Cause
กูกับมึงอ่ะแม่งเหมือนนักโทษ2 คนที่อยู่กับผู้คุมเหี้ยมึงควรจะรักกับกูหนีไปกับกู แล้วสุดท้ายเป็นไง มึงไปรักกับผู้คุมเนี่ยนะ มึงคิดเหี้ยอะไรอยู่อ่ะ
I mean, from the sound of it, it sounds like you fell for the guard too.
ทำไมวะทำไมมึงไม่เลือกกูอ่ะ
I wish there was an answer.
Yeah, Edison, why won't you choose him?
Then he picks up the bat and starts going off, and that's the way they communicate.
กูไม่อยากรักมึงละกูเจ็บ
But do you love him?
มึงกลัวกูปะ
เขากลัว
They should do it right here. No, there's too much glass.
กูก็เหมือนมึงอ่ะ
I mean, danger's exciting.
แต่กูแม่งแค่โง่หน่อย กูเอาลงมาทำลายแค่นั้นเอง
กูไม่รู้ว่ามึงจะหายโกรธกูตอนไหน แต่ว่าตอนนี้กูอยากวาดรูปมึง
He said, I've never been so ready to draw you than I am right
What?
now.
Like what?
มึงเป็นที่อะไรนะ
I've never been so turned on and want to draw
มึง
you.
จะวาดรูปกูท แบบเนี้ย
ไม่ใช่อะ
Because he's connected to the emotions.
ศิลปะเนี่ย มันไม่ได้เล่ากันแบบตรงๆ สิ่งที่กูเห็นจากมึงตอนนี้ก็คือ ความเปราะบาง จากผู้ชายคนหนึ่งที่แสดงออกมาด้วยความเกรี้ยวกราด
มันเป็นเพราะมึงแล้วคือไงสรุปกูต้องทำไง
มึงจะทำอะไรก็ได้ในห้องนี้ กูขอสเก็ตมึงแป๊บหนึ่ง
Is he going to be clothed in the sketch?
You don't want that protective gear. Oh.
Oh.
Now he's
Oh.
there.
What an episode! So much for that decline I was projecting.
You're crap. Whoa, what is going on?
Whoa.
Is the muscle receptionist just watching this from the cameras?
แล้วคือมึงวาดกูแบบไปก่อได้ใช่ปะ
Please draw me like a French girl.
แค่นี้แล้ว กูชอบที่มึงเป็นแบบนี้
I like this lighting on him.
This lighting is amazing.
I've seen this moment before. Can I go there again with you? Reminisce
Also, come on, soundtrack.
of where time stands still.
Oh, damn, he's still here.
He was like, "Can I get my 1,000 baht back?" Because it's like,
I didn't get to smash nothing.
right. Hey, we're
โอ้ยเชี่ย
Girl, why you
นี่มึ
naked?
งโกรธจนเสื้อหายไปเป็นพักเลยเหรอเฮ้ย มึงเห็นปะเนี่ย
ไม่รู้อะเมื่อกี้กูร้องไห้เลยงงชิบหาย
เชี่ย เกิดอะไรขึ้นวะ กูเห็นเขาเดินออกไปอย่างเร็วเลยอะ
มันเขาคงได้แรงบันดาลใจอะไรจากกูมั้งเขาบอกว่า เขาจะรีบกลับไปวาดรูปกูอ่ะเลิกกันไหม
We're gonna keep smashing things. We paid for 50 items.
อ๋อเริ่มยิ้มเฮียอะไรเนี่ย
กูก็ไม่ได้อะไรหรอกนะเว้ย กูแค่อยากจะเตือนมึงให้มึงแบบเผื่อใจไว้นิดนึงอะ
เตือนอะไร
คือเขาน่ารักนะเว้ย แต่เขาไม่งดูคนละโลกกับมึงเลยอะ
ฮะ วันก่อนมึงยังบอกว่ากูกับเขาเหมาะสมกันอยู่เลย
ไม่มึง คือจากประสบการณ์โดยตรงของกูอะนะ กูอะเคยคบกับศิลปินมาก่อนไง แรกๆก็แม่งก็หวานละมึง พอเราทำงานคนละสายนะ แม่งก็แบบช่วยเติมเต็มในส่วนที่ขาดอะแต่สุดท้ายนะ ไอ้พวกติดๆที่ต่อให้จะดูแม่งหัวกบฏมากแค่ไหนนะเว้ย แม่งก็แพ้ทุนนิยมอยู่ดีอะ
นี่ มึงก็เหมารวมเกิน
That
ว่า
sentence was too
เห
fast.
มารวมอะไรมึง มันเป็นแฟกต์เว้ย อ อ่ะมึงดูศิลปินดังๆในประวัติศาสตร์ดิใครๆเขามีคนอุปถัมภ์กันทั้งนั้นน่ะอย่างของกูเองนะ
Yeah, but they're all that
แม่งก็
poor
ไปคบกับคนระดับ
and
เศรษฐีอย่างเงี้ย
unknown until after they're dead, then they get famous.
แม่งคงชอบคนที่เขาให้คุณค่าในตัว
Like
เขา
Picasso was the
ใน
only
ผลงานของ
person
เขาได้ดีกว่ากูอ่ะนึกออกปะ
who's rich during his life. That's not true.
แต่นั่นมันคนเก่ามึงไง
Michelangelo, Leonardo, and
นี่จิระ
Donatello have patrons.
เขาอาจจะไม่ได้เป็นแบบนั้นก็ได้นะ
ไม่เป็นมันก็ดีเว้ยรักของมึงเองเนี่ยอาจจะกล้าแก่งพอได้เว้ย
He's just saying that to you because you're not listening.
So, okay, fine, I guess. Maybe your love is strong enough. Whatever.
Right.
Bye.
That's when you have a friend and you just like, you try to tell him something and you just like, all right. We will see.
Yep.
He's wearing the same towel from yesterday. I mean, yeah, sure. Oh,
But
he
are
left
those the
that.
same nipples from yesterday?
No, those are new nipples.
เขามามีอะไร
ผมนอนไม่หลับ มาหาผมหน่อย
ไม่ไป
ถ้าคุณไม่มาเดี๋ยวผมจะบุกไปห้องคุณ
ฮะ ผมไม่ได้อยู่ห้อง
คุณอยู่ห้อง
นี่คุณแอบแท็กโทรศัพท์ผมอีกแล้วเหรอ
ก็มันเหตุสุดวิสัย
สุวิสัยยังไง นอนไม่หลับเนี่ยนะ
ผมนอนไม่หลับก็คือเหตุสุดวิสัย ถ้าคุณไม่มา เดี๋ยวผมจะไปนอนห้องคุณเอง
ไม่ต้องมา ผมจะวาดรูป
Well, okay. Okay.
Because the series said there were not enough nipples this episode.
อะไรอีก ก็บอกแล้วไงว่าไม่ไปอ่ะ
ผมอยู่ข้างล่าง ลงมารับผมหน่อย
ฮะ
I told you not to come.
ผมไม่อยู่ห้อง
Why is your door open?
เฮ้ย คุณเข้ามา
Right.
Why is your door wide open?
ออก
Yes.
ออกไป
ผมไม่ไหวแล้ว คุณมานอนกับผมด้วยดี
You knew he was coming.
จะนอน
Kind of.
Yeah, girl, close your fucking. Why do you not have a door?
That's weird.
กูไม่อยู่หรอก
Why is it still open?
คุณ
Maybe he needs to aerate the fumes of the paints. You know, he could be using,
He's got a patio,
Right.
you know, double doors. You know.
but his door is always
พี่อยู่ไหน
open.
ล่ะตอนนี้ผมอยู่
Every time we see Cole, he just walks in because the door always open.
Yay. The jumper ain't gonna give you any warmth.
คุณ
กลับไปกับผมสิ
But it's gonna give him style.
ผมบอกให้กลับไปกับผม เป็นอะไรทำไมไม่พูด เป็นอะไรพี่ครับนี่พอได้แล้วต่อให้คุณจะหนีไปไหน ผมก็ตามไปได้หมดแหละถึงคุณจะไปห้องเพื่อนผมก็จะตามไปไม่หยุดแน่จริงก็ตามมาดิไปเลยครับ
Where are we going? A club?
Movie 2000.
It should be some place with no parking.
Hey,
ฮัลโหลออกมา ออกไปทำบ้าอะไรคุณบอกผมเองไม่ใช่หรอว่าตามผมมาได้ทุกที่อ่ะ
so I went to the most public place I could find with all the people.
นี่คุณเห็นผมเป็นอะไรเป็นสินค้าหรือไงไม่ออกไปเว้ยได้งั้นผมจะรอตรงนี้งั้นก็รอไปเลยค่ะเขาปิดตี 4เนาะถ้ารอไม่ไหวเนี่ยแน่จริงก็เข้ามาดิ
Your goal is to sleep. So
You could also like turn your phone off so we can't track you and then slip out somewhere.
จะกลับได้ยังกลับอะไรไม่เห็นเหรอว่าคนกำลังอินอยู่อ่ะ
yes.
ผมไม่ชอบพี่เนี่ยกลับเถอะไม่ชอบ
I'm enjoying myself because I'm not with you.
กลับดิอ้าวขอเสียงคนเร็วไม่ได้เลยเลือกให้เธอไม่ไปได้หรือเปล่าหากไม่ยอมให้ไปจะตามใจ
Okay, I'll go home.
เลือกเธอฉันจะเลือกให้เธอเลือกฉันไม่ให้ไปกับเขาได้หรือเปล่าสิ่งที่เธอถามมาที่ออกเพียงไหนได้แล้วเธอก็ไม่มีทางให้เลือกเลยเป็นไรอ่ะไม่อินเหรอเฮ้ย
Oh, wow. Okay.
Damn, his siren song works. Literally, you just gotta talk to him and he go to sleep. That's what he's been trying to tell you. Plus the drugs he
อันนี้
took
นะครับ
earlier.
เดี๋ยวผมพาไปโรงพยาบาล
Yes. The drugs he took earlier. Yes.
Not him in a wheelchair.
จะอยู่ไหนอ่ะ
Ooh, you get to throw a drive way back.
Where's Alfred?
Alfred doesn't drive.
Oh.
He doesn't drive the Batmobile.
Takes him to the hospital like he's just sleeping.
ขอบคุณนะครับ
So what happened? He fell out in the club? Did he have something to drink before he fell out? Officers!
I was just singing at him.
คุณอะไรไม่ต้องพาผมไปโรงพยาบาลหรอกผมไหวคุณไหวแน่นะอาการคุณดูไม่ไหวอะผมขอพักแป๊บเดียวเดี๋ยวมันก็
Or he
ดีขึ้น
just faked fainting so we could leave the club.
ในรถคุณมีน้ำไหมข้างหลังมี
เฉยเกมสุดท้ายก่อนนอนทีไรนะ แม่งแพ้ทุกทีเลยว่ะ
แต่มึงจะเล่นอีกตาปะล่ะเดี๋ยวกูอยู่เป็นเพื่อน
ไม่อ่ะ กูหมดแรงแต่เลชรูมแล้วมึงอ่ะก็นอนได้แล้ว ไม่มีใครเขาลงประกาศงานตอนนี้หรอกมึง
แต่กูไม่อยากพลาดโอกาสอ่ะใครจะรู้ ตอนนี้ไทม์โซนที่อเมริกาคนเขาตื่นอยู่นะเว้ย
Is it though?
ไอพิมไหนมึงหลุดออกมาใจเกาะแล้วอะทำไมมึงไม่ลองหยุดพักแล้วทำความเข้าใจตัวเองดูอะฮะเงินมึงก็ยังพอมีอยู่นี่
คือกูไม่อยากเสียเวลาว่ะ ตอนเนี้ยกูกับมึง เราแม่งตกงานทั้งคู่ใช่ปะกูก็อยากรีบหาเงิน จะได้ซัพพอร์ตจิรามด้วย
Wow.
Support yourself first, babe.
Wow, he's thinking about Jira.
เอ้า
Hey, y'all ain't got no job, so don't.
Y'all got a lot of
มี
windows.
ความสุขเฉย
สุกก็ดีเว้ย แต่อย่าสุกเกินไปเดี๋ยวมันหลุดมือ
Put the bat down. Put the bat down. You don't have the money. Oh my God, you're like blocking the drive path through everything. That is so annoying. Pull into a parking space, at least.
เป็นไง ดีขึ้นยัง
ดีขึ้นแล้ว แต่ก็ยังปวดหัวนิดหน่อยอ่ะ
ถ้าคุณดีขึ้นแล้วผมกลับก่อนนะ
เฮ้ยคุณเดี๋ยวคุณ
อะไร
นี่คุณยังโกรธเรื่องที่ผมไล่พิมพ์ออกอยู่เหรอ
ไม่ใช่
Did
แค่
you
เรื่อง
fire him or did he quit?
แต่เป็นเรื่องที่คุณชอบเล่นกับความรู้สึกคนอื่น มันสนุกมากหรือไงฮะ
What about the things you said to me yesterday? Oh.
ไม่สนุกแล้ว
At least he's honest.
ผมแม่งไม่เคยหลับสนิทเลย
นี่ไง ขนาดตอนนี้เนี่ย คุณยังห่วงแต่ตัวเองอะ
ใช่
Damn.
ผมห่วงแต่ตัวเอง
Some self-centered people can't think of other people. They can only think how it relates to them.
คืนผมอยู่คนเดียวต่อไปแบบเนี้ย ผมแย่แน่เลย ตอนนี้ผมมีแค่คุณนะ
That's nice.
Your psychologist in episode 1 or 2 is not. He's not coming back, is he? One who's trying to help you sleep.
Well, he wasn't doing a good job, apparently.
Yeah.
คุณไปส่งได้ไหม
I mean, he's doing a perfect job. It all depends on what the patient wants and where's the patient directed. People forget that like psychology and therapy is a patient-driven process.
Nope, it's your job to fix me.
Okay, let's talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. Okay, then. Well,
คุณ ถึงแล้วคุณ
Get Alfred to carry me up like a baby.
ขึ้นไปส่งผมที่ห้องหน่อยได้ไหม
No.
เพราะว่าเรียกรถไปส่ง ผมยังไม่โอเค
How about he walks you home and I just get the cab
ผม
myself?
ส่งคุณแค่นี้พอ
come on now, you gotta be a big boy, be a big CEO, and go up to your house.
Go up to your penthouse. Come on.
ถ้าไม่ไหวก็เรียกพ่อบ้านนะพี่ครับจะไปได้
Now I'm doing the reverse. Usually I take the trash out, but now I'm bringing it back in.
Oh, I feel like playing the piano. Oh, okay.
Now you get.
Look, there are any number of attendants in this building. The man holding the door could have helped you upstairs.
Right.
The man at the desk could help you upstairs.
โอ้ยนะบ้าอะไรเนี่ยโอ้ย
Just push him in the elevator as soon as it comes.
All right. You can make it from here.
โอ้ย
Two more.
โอ้ยเหนื่อยคุณ
I want to get double.
กินอย่างสิผมคอแห้งมากเลย
No.
ตรงไหน
Swallow your spit. No. You left all these lights on when you left the house.
นี่ไม่สบายหรือเปล่าอ่ะกินยาไหมไม่เป็นไรงั้นคุณก็พักผ่อนไปก่อนนะ
คุณนั่งก่อนสิ
No. This is how you tricked me to get.
คุณนะผมฝันว่า
Take a number.
ผมเห็นตัวเองนอนหลับเหมือนในรูปของคุณ แล้วก็มีเทวดาตัวน้อยที่หน้าเหมือนคุณลอยมาจูบผม
That's nice. Can I go now?
เอางี้ได้ไหม คุณช่วยจูบผมส่งท้าย ก่อนที่คุณจะกลับ
No.
เพื่อผมจะได้นอนหลับได้ดีขึ้นน่ะ
I can hold a pillow over your face. Maybe you'll sleep better that way too.
คุณแค่อยู่ต่อเอง โอเค ไม่เป็นไร ผมเหนื่อยที่จะขอคุณแล้ว
Well, good.
ขอโทษ
I'm
นะ
sick of saying
วันนี้
no.
ทำให้ลำบากอะเดี๋ยวผมเรียกรถให้
ไม่ต้อง เดี๋ยวอยู่เนี่ยแหละ อีกแบบก็เช้าแล้ว
งั้นคุณขึ้นมานอนบนเตียงกับผมสิ
I mean,
No.
if you exist.
เดี๋ยวนอนลงโซฟาได้แหละ
Right.
But the sofa's not as comfortable as my bed. Look at all these pillows.
That does look like a comfy bed, though. But I'm staying on the sofa out of spite of you.
But you know what? You know what would show even more spite? If I slept right next to you in this bed.
Memory foam.
Are we not gonna turn off any of the lights?
Right? He's rich.
Just gonna leave all the lights on?
Also, I don't like the imbalance of light in that room where like all the light is coming from one side. There's no other lights on the other side. At least have like a.
Oh, Gira.
I mean, he already asleep.
This is yeah, right. This. Oh, there's gonna be more mess from
ไป
that
บ้าน
kiss.
เก่าผมกัน
ทำไมต้องไป
ก็ผมอยากให้คุณไป แล้วคุณก็รู้ไว้ด้วยว่ามีแค่ไม่กี่คนที่ได้ไป
มึง กูมีเรื่องให้มึงช่วยอ่ะ
พอค่ะ หยุดผู้ชายของมึงนี่มากหน้าหลายตาจริงๆนะ
มึงมัวแต่ยึดติดอยู่ได้อ่ะเล่นกับมึงเนี่ย มึงก็แค่หาใหม่
คราวหน้ากูจะเป็นฝ่ายเล่นเขา
ช่วงหลังมาเนี่ยกายจะทำคุณดูย้อนแย้งแปลกๆไหนบอกว่าไม่ชอบผมไง
ผมชอบคุณ
Oh God. So that was episode 7 of the Burnout Syndrome. We see the aftermath of Pim leaving the company and also the aftermath of the night. One of the things that I really point out is that Pim, especially when he went to the anger room and all this other kind of stuff to get all the anger out, all of a sudden, then Jiro wanted to draw him. And he was like, what, in this position, in this where I am right now? And what I really got from that is that Jiro was finally able to connect to some emotions from Pim. Pim had been holding back. Pim was being very cerebral when he was engaging with Jiro because he was seeing people, he met him in a bar, and then from that he was seeing him as he sees that people are problems to be solved in an intellectual way. And he was like, okay, if I do this, and he was like, okay, if I get the tattoo, if I do this, if I'm like this. And he really wasn't showing his emotional side of who the real him was, but he was playing something in order to solve this problem. Didn't mean that he didn't like Jiro. It's just that he was doing it for more thinking. And I think that's where Jiro wasn't able to connect with him. This is contrasted with Ko, who, when he first went to draw Ko was talking about his family and how that hurt him, and that's who he was from right there. Though Ko is emotional, he's an emotional mess. You know, he could connect to that. He could see the emotions, and that's the contrasting to them. So that was probably why he was able to draw Ko at first, because, oh my God, makes me angry. But I know who he is. I hate this person because that's who he is, and that's what I'm getting from him. And he was just showing up. And then the second time we drew him, he showed up and he was like, he was needy and all this other kind of stuff. This person makes me frustrated. And there was the connection to emotions, and that's where his art comes from. And that's also why he wasn't able to draw Pim at first, because Pim was calculated, slow, and he was like, oh, this is the best person, and all of that kind of stuff. And then when he's finally, this is who I am, I was kind of like, it would be nice if you weren't talking to him or shouting at him in the rage room. But I also wanted to say that it's also that Jiro kind of followed him in there and he wouldn't go. And it wasn't, I guess contextually, if they were at home and then Pim started throwing around dishes and stuff like that. That's one thing, but this is contextually, he actually went away from him and he tried to get away from him just so he could have his space to rage and stuff like that. But I did see how it was affecting Jiro from all of that. And so I like a good cry. I like ugly criers, but also that single tear about that, and both of them was that silent tear. I was eating that up. Yeah, and we got more nipples. His friend, who's also out of work, I resonate with him as a friend who's just don't do that. Don't you? Okay, well, all right. You're gonna do that. All right, we're just you just gotta at one point you just gotta be there for when you're just like, do you want to do? I'm trying to tell you're not gonna listen to me anyway. So yeah, and he just wants to get an acting part. He's trying to get the acting part and do that. Ko is recognizing that, you know what, Ko is really needy. And I guess he is still putting his needs above everybody else. But then also in which he's in his environment, in his life, the only person's needs that have ever mattered was his. And he, once again, from his childhood, he learned that his parents put other people's needs first, and that put him in a bad spot. So he's like, okay, well, I have to do. People either think you have to go all the way to one way or all the way to another way, but you can like go halfway. You know, you can still take care of yourself and only think about yourself, but then also think about other people. But he over-indexed on selfishness. So so it's a very interesting episode. It is really showing both of them, and it's really contrasting. And Peem is stuck. I think everybody's stuck, but Peem is stuck. He's like, I am stuck here waiting for you. I want to do you and stuff like that. And he's just like, every time I get away, they keep pulling me back in, type stuff. So yeah,
I enjoyed the episode. Echo a lot of the things that you said. I'm still intrigued by Peem and his motivations, because when his bestie, his roommate, the unemployed psychotherapist, was talking to him, he kept bringing up, and it's not the first time they brought it up in the series, you've got Stockholm syndrome. You've got Stockholm syndrome. I'm like, I don't know if they're using it in the term that they think, in the way they think they're using it.
Right.
But like, there is some past connection between Peem and Ko that I guess Peem has felt stuck. He's felt stuck and drawn to him. And I'm like, I don't know if they're saying that Peem has had some sort of romantic feelings towards Ko, and now that he's with Jira, or now that Jira's in the picture, he can break away from this chokehold that Ko has had on him all this time, or if it's something else. But either way, Jira has been this source of inspiration for Peem to get from under Ko's thumb, and like, okay, yes. And they've said that a number of times throughout the series. And even psychoanalyst friend was like, you're putting so much into Jira right now. You are channeling so much into him that you are making him like your everything, so that Ko means nothing to you and you can finally move on from Ko. And I'm like, what happened here? What was this you and Ko thing? I'm intrigued by that. And I don't know if they're going to give me that, but I'm intrigued by what happened in the past with them, that he feels that he needs to channel so much energy into this being over here. Because like, do I think he likes Jira? Yes. Do I think he's putting a lot of eggs in Jira's basket so that he can? Yes, I do think he's doing a whole lot. Because like, again, I ain't getting tattooed for nobody I ain't never met. I ain't getting tattooed for some twink I just met like 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, like he doing a lot. I did like the scene with them in the rage room. I did like that Jira got to see that side of him, because I think regardless of whether or not he and Jira and Peem end up together, it's important for Jira to be aware of Peem's rage. Not that Peem would do anything to Jira, but it's important to know everyone has emotions. Everyone channels their emotions differently. Everybody deals with stress in different ways, and it's important that you know how your partner channels their stress. You don't want this to catch you off guard one day. So it's important that Jira saw that side of him. And I think, like you said, once Jira saw that side, he's like, oh, I know you're upset right now, but I ain't never been so ready to paint you in all my life. Like, Jesus, tears are running down my thigh. Hold on, let me get my real quick. My God, like the inspiration struck him because he got to see the authentic or an authentic part of Peem. Because, like you said, Peem this whole time, yes, he has an interest in Jira, whether it started out as a genuine interest or just him going for the chase is up to anybody's discretion. But the manner in which he went about approaching Jira was very much him playing who he thought was the right character to woo Jira. And that's why Jira could not emotionally connect with him. It's like, yeah, I can draw you, sure, but I'm not inspired by this drawing. So that's why I don't finish it. I don't do this drawing because I'm not emotionally attached to this. I'm not inspired to do this. But the second he got a peek behind the lens and got to see a bit of realness, a real character, he's like, oh, okay, now I can do the damn thing. Yes, I can work with this. You're crying, I'm crying. There's nipples out. There's trash everywhere. I can do this. So that was a very powerful scene there. Lighting was stunning. Soundtrack throughout the entire episode, stunning. Ko is Ko. Ko is Ko. He's told you since day one who he is. He's not really deviated from that. Ko is Boston. Love him or hate him, he told you who he was since day one, and has yet to deviate from what he told you. So, like, yes, characters might be getting upset at him and this, that, the other, but like, he been exactly who he told you he was. Yeah, he's selfish. Yeah, he's self-centered. We know this. He throws his money around and he uses that to, buy. We know this. This is nothing new. We know this. So the characters keep acting surprised, like, I can't believe you would do this. Like, can't you? So Ko he calls, he's like, hey, I can't sleep. I need you to come here. I'm like, no, I'm not coming over there. I'm busy. All right, well, if you don't come here, I'm going to go over there. Don't come over here. I'm painting. Bye. Girl, you really think that was the end of the conversation? You thought that was the end of the conversation? So then he shows up and you're like, no, I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm going to the club. And then he follows you in the club and then you start singing at him and then he passes out and like, oh my God, what happened? It's like, no, he's not. He's fine. We've just already established all he needs is you to talk at him and he will go to sleep. So now he took drugs and you sang at him. Girl, night. Honk shoe. I do. At first I was like, I don't know if he actually passed out or if this is just Ko being Ko. And like, you know what? I don't like public spaces. I don't like people and I don't want to be here. So the only way I can get out of here is to fall out. And if it was, you know what? Good on you. It was a good act. Bravo. But as the scene went on and, now he's stumbling in the front, not the front yard, stumbling in the lobby of the hotel and this and that. I'm like, okay, maybe he actually is feeling some type of way. But then I'm like, maybe we should have taken him to the hospital. I know he said don't take me to the hospital, but I'm like, if it is this bad that you are out here stumbling over grand pianos and ramming people into walls and whatnot, maybe you should go to the hospital and get checked out a little bit. Remember, we should. We didn't. We stayed. We talked. He apologized. Yes. He said, can you kiss me? He said no, but then you kissed him anyway in his sleep, and things. And now they're gonna be romantic and all that stuff next week. And like, that's fine. It's things. But again, like I keep saying, I don't need anyone to end up together in this series. I don't. I'm just along for the ride. And what a ride it has been. Poor Mawin. He just wanna get this acting gig, and he is just getting yanked around left to right, like getting called up by the casting agent. He's like, oh my God, did I get the call back? Oh no, baby, so sorry. I meant to tell you, you are actually terrible. You've been blackballed from the industry. But my friend wants to talk to your friend. Can you help me? No, I don't think that'd be a good idea. I mean, if you help me, I might be able to get you like a serving job with other actors in the business. Like you could be a server for like a dinner or something. Like, come on, girl, I can help you. He's like, no, I refuse to let you know that we are going to the rage room on 39th and Lennox. I'm the one with the braids. Yes. I know you always make my hot chocolate with water, but I use milk and cream for you because it's kind of sweet. Okay, all right, bye. And it's like, oh, maybe he just want a job. Why are you messing around with him like this? Yes, it was an entertaining episode. I was entertained. I'm sat and ready. And I was gonna say it was an unprecedented episode because like things were being slammed in my face left and right. But when I looked at the chart, it's actually tied.
Really?
Yes. Episode 3 had the exact same statistics.
Wow.
So episode 3 and episode 7 are tied with 6 nipple appearances and 4 cartoon peen appearances. At first, I thought we were going to get a 5th when he was drawing Peem, and I was like, I wasn't certain. They didn't give me the full drawing, so it felt like there was going to be one, but I didn't get the full one, so I didn't count it. So, but yeah, so much for my predictions about us declining in the nipple appearances as we get more plot, because like, whoa, they were just stripping off shirts left and right. Everybody got a nipple out, and like, praise Jesus. Yeah, so I don't know what to expect next episode. I still feel like there's going to be a decline. I feel like we're not going to go past this. I feel like this 6 nipples, 4 cartoon peens, that's the apex of what an individual episode is going to give us. I feel like we're going to have a slight decline over the next couple episodes as we round out the series. But yeah.
So to get even higher, then the roommate also have to show his.
He did in the rage room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he contributed in the rage room. So at this point, we need the bartender.
Right.
We just need the bartender to start stripping off and like shimmying or something, because we haven't seen him in a minute.
Right. You just like Alfred. He needs to be
Alfred. Yes. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So if they want to break this trend they have, they're going to have to do some major nipple lifting. But yeah, it was an entertaining episode.
So my interpretation of what's happening is looking at some of the artistic choices. So, you know, the lighting in the rage room versus the lighting outside the nightclub. It was green, which is the obvious color for envy and jealousy. And then outside the club.
Mother Earth.
And outside the club, it was love. Pink for Cole. And I think the storyline at this moment is how Peem and Cole need Jira for different reasons, and Jira can sense that, and it's swaying which way Jira is going. So for Peem is looking to Jira as an escape from Cole. He's looking to Jira as a catalyst for quitting his job. He's like, this is an artist, a free spirit. He isn't pressured by money, capitalism, or so we think. And so I think he's inspired to chase that. But then once we get to the rage room, we get to hear his explanation a bit more regarding his relationship with Cole. And he's kind of saying, why am I not as good as Cole? What does Cole have that I don't have? He's using his ego, or that's how I interpret it, because he's like, I'm great in these ways, and then why does it have to be Cole? Like, they have their history. And so for Jira, I think he can sense or sympathize with Peem wanting to detach himself from Cole, but Peem is using Jira as that escape, as a way to validate his ego, as a way to say, I am better than Cole, or I am worthy of that. And so that's not what Jira needs, because he's doing a service in that way for Peem. But what he does have for Cole is much more. And so when Peem was talking about, like, you know, just quit your job, and then Jira was telling, you don't know how it's like to be unemployed and stuff like that. Jira has this deep sense of wanting to be useful, of wanting to be valued. And so that's what he gets out of Jira. Jira provides that sense of need, but it's not tied to validation. It's of his own ego. It's tied to an actual need. It's tied to the sleeping, like needing Jira to help him sleep. And then it's also tied to valuing Jira's art. So Cole is the only one so far that really actually values Jira's art. And I think Jira gets that. Like, he gets that he's needed in this context and that he's valued and that he's useful. And I think that's what keeps drawing him back to Cole. That's what I'm sensing is the determining factor and what's different between them, and ultimately what Jiro is being drawn to is that deep desire of being useful. Oh, and then Pim is job hunting, right? And we get a scene where he's emphatically job hunting. And I think he's doing so because he thinks that's the distance between him and Cole, is the money at the moment. And so my belief is that he thinks that if he can provide for Jira in the same way Cole is, he'll be as good as Cole. But that's not what Jira needs. And so there's still that mismatch of understanding what drives Jira and what Jira wants. So that's the difference I see with these relationships. And unfortunately, Jira is still at a place where he is not aware of this desire for Cole and for Cole's validation. And so it's really tough to see him fulfill Pim's fears, which is coming back for more and giving him more hope and being like, hey, I do like you, when in fact that relationship is not gonna fruition. So unfortunate, but I'm hoping that this will all come to light and Pim will find a way to be his own person regardless of whether or not he finds a resolution with Jira.
I hope you enjoyed this reaction that we did do. If you get a chance, go ahead and visit everybody's socials down below. Follow Topher. But come back next week and we'll be doing episode 8 of Burnout Syndrome. Yeah, the Burnout Syndrome.
The Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh, I hated that. Anyway, so all right, see y'all next week.